Okay, so it's the 5th of March today, and this has finally turned up, if this is what I think it is, which it should be because, well, you'll see by the title of the video, probably. But, yeah, I'm not going to say it in case it's something else that I've completely forgotten about, but... Oh! I've just cut myself! Oh, God. I just gave myself a massive cardboard cut. Oh, God, that hurt. That hurt so much. Ow. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, there was nothing I'm surprised it isn't wrapped up, yeah. Considering the price of delivery of this thing was bloody expensive. So, this is Evanescence Fallen. This is the limited edition version of the 20th anniversary version. And yeah, this is £150, by the way. Just for anyone who's curious. Let's get a bit more light in there. There we go. So yeah, this is £150 for this. Yeah, I didn't realise it was a... I thought it was just printed on. Yeah, there's actually like a cutout type butterfly in there. But yeah, I would have thought it would have been wrapped up in some bubble wrap or something. But yeah, it's just inside that cardboard. So yeah, just be wary. Be wary. But yeah, this has been delayed twice now. So yeah, it's now March. It was delayed till February, and I then got another email saying it had been delayed till March. Now, there is two versions of this. There's this version, and there's a version with a cassette player in there that's got Fallen and that printed on it, which I didn't bother getting that version because I think it was another £50 or £70 more, and I don't need another crappy cassette player type thing. I've got good ones, actually, for that. Why this was a separate piece on there, I don't know. It says, this is not a toy. This is a collectible intended for persons aged 13 and older. So, yeah, if you're under 13, sorry, this is not for you. But yeah, I did not realise this is a sort of window display. This is just plastic though. So let's open it up. But yeah, the thing is though, I'm going to say this now, I do feel a bit ripped off by it, because I thought there was two versions of the LP in here. There isn't, there's only one version of the LP, which you could have got for £30 on its own. But one of the reasons I wanted it is because of the exclusive cassette, that's why. Anyway, we get a slip mat here. This is a Zeratope or Zoetope slip mat, which... I seriously, why didn't they do a vinyl version of this? Seriously, why didn't they do one of the vinyl records in terms of this? That would have been nice. I mean, I guess it is a nice slip max, but is that meant to have rubbed off like that? I've just noticed there. Is that meant to be like that? No, mine. That looks like it hasn't been printed properly. Yeah, just there. So you see it says Evanescence, and then... Is it meant... I don't know if that's been printed properly there or not. I'll have to have a look into that. I've got an envelope here, which says Fallen 20th Anniversary. I will say as well, and I'm going to complain about this, and I have every right to because it's of the price I paid for this. I will say, compared to other ones, like, for example, when Gorillaz did a 20th anniversary of their first album, and the various Linkin Park 20th anniversaries, and the Verb, the Urban Hymns 20th anniversary ones, they go all out on this. This doesn't feel like they went all out, because, for one, there's a ton of stuff that they could have included in this that they didn't. So there's Emily? Is that her name again? There's another picture of her. Whoop. And there's another picture. And there we go. So we get 3 art cards or photos in that envelope there. And finally, we have the record itself. So yeah, as I said, this, I think, is still available. This version can be bought separately. You can see it's very, very shiny. But yeah, so basically, disc sides 1 and 2, or A and B, they're just the same as the regular version. So if you own the previous releases of this on vinyl, like I do have the original version, then these are exactly the same. It's discs C and D, or sorry, sides C and D, where we get the bonus track. So My Immortal band version, which really should have been on that original pressing, but yeah, for some reason vinyl records nowadays, when there's a release of an older album, for some reason they release the bare bones version rather than, you know, the other tracks and that are on there, because only the first lot of pressings of Fallen had 10 tracks. All of the others had the bang version of My Immortal on there, because basically the band was unsatisfied the fact that they just put the version of My Immortal, a slightly tweaked version of My Immortal that was on the origin version of the album. But yeah, we've got some live concert performances there, and we've got the demo to bring me to life, but yeah, nothing else. Unfortunately, we don't have the other demos and that on there, which, yeah, kind of feels like they could have put a lot more on there, especially, you know, for this version. But here we are, here's the inside. So as I said, this was available in various different colours. Oh look, you can see I'm bleeding a little bit. Also, I don't, you know, for £150, you'd think there'd be a download code or a digital copy or the CD copy. Nope. You don't get that for the price. So, yeah, as I said, you know, the feelings of being a bit ripped off with this, but I will say, I do really like. Ooh, there's a hair or something on it already. I do really like this splatter vinyl or marble vinyl. And some people argue with me on which one it is, where it's pretty much the same type of process to make both, so, you know, call it either or, to be honest. But to me, I think this is my favourite type of vinyl, and that. I wish it was heavyweight, though. This is not ridiculously thin, but, you know, I wish it was heavyweight and that. Again, it's just like, the price on it, you know, ever since I've ordered it, and that I just kept thinking, you know, Jesus Christ, the price on this thing, you know, because there's you know, I know it's expensive to begin with, but, you know, I want to feel like more like I'm getting my money's worth with it. Like, this is around about the same price as those other box sets and that, but those, you know, like the Gorillaz first edition and the various Linkin Park ones, those were expensive, but I didn't feel like I was getting, you know, ripped off for it and that. Whereas this, you know, so far it's just feeling like, where's my £150 worth of stuff? Because for me, if it's a 20th anniversary version, then it should include everything. Oh, this is interesting, this is actually slight clear vinyl that has had the splatter effect on it. That's interesting. So again, I'm going to put it in these anti-static sleeves. There we go. I say, it is a shame of the amount of things and that with this. And there's an oddity in this as well, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, there's the vinyl itself, and if you're interested in this particular version of the vinyl, I know there's a purple splatter version of this vinyl, which, to be honest, I'm going to put that up there. which, to be honest, was actually tempting, actually. So, the other things we get this book here, which, yeah, is filled with a bunch. Whoa, it has a strong smell to it. I don't know what that is, but it has a really strong sort of smell to it. So it's made to look like an actual sort of scrapbook type thing with all the handwritten type notes and stuff like this. And I can see, you know, why this would be good. But again, you know, I'm still not feeling that £150 worth. And I'll complain about all I like and that. And I know you might say, well, why did you buy this again? But there's one reason I bought it. There is one reason I bought this version and that over the others. It wasn't for the book and that in there, which I'm just going to show a little bit more of. Is anything else of interest in that in here? There's a load of photos and signatures there. Is there anything? Just to show you what it looks like in there. That's what it looks like. We get some, if I can get them out, some enamelled pins there, which, you know, if I was being generous, say there were 10 each, maybe 30 quid's worth. That vinyl, 30 quid, and that the slip mat, I don't know, £10–20. And that again, just like wet wears, you know, about it here. So this is a cassette, and it makes it look like, you know, a hanged, written and handmade type thing. But if you notice, this has got a load of demos on it that are exclusive to the cassette. And I don't mean in terms of it not being on vinyl record. No, I mean they're not available anywhere else but this cassette. Not even a digital copy. So, yeah, I don't know why. I really don't know why. Oh, good, this is actually a resealable packet, actually, the way this is. But what I'm going to do is I will be digitising this. I will be digitising this for preservation purposes. But, yeah, this is basically the reason I got it, is because of this. Why they're only on the cassette, I haven't the foggiest. This isn't the first time this has happened though. With their previous album, The Bitter Truth, there was a cassette version of that where the cassette had demos and practice sessions and that on there. Which, yeah, is a bit odd in that terms of things. They've also got, I don't know if they're allowed to do that, they've got the UR in there, which makes it look like a Maxell one. But yeah, go on, bleeding more. But yeah, in terms of this, I can't remember whether the cassette version of this is sold out, I believe. I don't know if this version is or isn't. I don't know. I'm going to keep this little packet here and that, and just keep it when I want to seal back up the cassette. But yeah, would I recommend this to people? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because I mean, the diehards who want it and that have already bought it. And tell you what else, you know, like this. If this was £100, you know, I would say alright then, it's expensive but okay, but yeah, 150 quid. 150 quid, like, the record itself, oh, absolutely worth it, even if you have the original version. There's enough on there that, yes, I can justify that and that on its own, because, you know, this is pretty much the normal price. It's interesting that they didn't put the slip mat in here like that, like a lot of them do. There we go, gives it a bit more protection and that stops it sliding about. But yeah, with this whole thing, it is nice. It would have been nice if it lit up, actually. But yeah, I didn't expect it to actually be a sort of diorama type thing. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, yeah. There's also I think to rub things into injury. There's a random number of these. I think was it 150 or 500 out of them that are signed. Mine is not one of them. Mine is not one of them, clearly, because we've just opened up everything in there. So, yeah, basically, to make matters worse, it's not even a signed version and that as well. And if you wanted a signed version, well, it's basically pot luck whether you got a signed version. So, yeah, there's a lot to complain about in that with this one. So, yeah, it is a nice thing. It is a nice thing, but the price is not. And as I said, the delivery on this thing as well was another. Yeah, I think the delivery was another 15-ish pounds on top of that. So, actually, no, it was £20. Yeah, it was £170 total for this. When you factor in the delivery cost, which is ridiculously expensive in that for what this is. How thick the box and that is, and how little the contents and that is in there. But regardless, they got my money and that, and at least it arrived safely and that. So, yeah, there we go, people. There we go.